that's you, Justin, right there with the sign in that video. Welcome back to Good Things Utah, everybody. George Morris is joining us, and Justin Udy. They are from Century 21 Everest Realty Group. And George, when I see Justin walking around out there putting that sign in the yard, I'm thinking fall is a great time to buy or sell your home.
Well, you know what? Obviously, every realtor is going to tell you that it's a great time, but specifically with the kids back in school, the market. I mean, you think about this right now. The market in the last 30 years has not been, the inventory has not been this low in nearly 30 years. So the reality is, if you're trying to sell, it's an extraordinary time, but then the interest rates are incredible, so it's a great time to buy. So our passion is absolutely helping the both buyer and the seller, helping them get what they want in the time that they want it. And we've gathered what I consider to be one of the greatest gathering of real estate professionals. Our organization, if you look at it as a whole, serves the whole state, really, from St. George all the way up to Tremont. But the reality is that just even these 3 counties of Salt Lake, Utah, and Davis County, we're selling nearly 1 out of every 3 existing home sales where we represent both the buyer or a seller on one side of that transaction.
Justin, not a bad introduction when he says we have
this
incredible team.
We're doing cool stuff,
right? This is part of your team.
This is one. This is the guy, this is the #1 guy on the team.
Really?
He is. You know, what a great journey. What a great story. This guy is the king of customer service.
All right. Well, let me ask you this then. You're out and about. You're seeing homes being bought and sold. What are 2 things that a seller needs to know if they're contemplating selling their home right now?
So I think the biggest things that we're seeing on the market right now is that we've had a market where with the summertime, typically people think that, hey, summer is the best time to sell. And I'll tell you, in 12 years in selling real estate, my biggest sales months have been June and December. And so the fall sales months are actually really amazing.
Right before Christmas, really.
Well, it's funny because #1 is people oftentimes, like when the market is so red hot, people get frustrated. And so they stop looking. They're like, I'm going to pull back. I can't get the house. I've made 10 offers on 10 homes and I've lost out. So they need to understand that buyers are still buying right now. The other thing is that as people start, well, summer's over, I'm going to pull it off the market. This is a great time because new sellers that come on actually capture those buyers that are ready to come back.
So what can you do to make your home stand out? I know you are really good at this question.
So I will tell
little changes, little things you can do.
So #1 is there's really 3 things that every seller needs to think about. Okay. 1 is they got to look at the marketing. They need to make sure that they're hiring somebody that's a marketer and somebody that's happens to sell real estate. 2, they need to look at the condition and showability of that property. And 3, look at the pricing. The main thing is they have to be proactive as opposed to reactive. They need to be doing things to make that property differentiate and stand out.
Justin, while you're talking, we're showing some video of homes I think you know pretty well. What did you do to this one? Okay,
so this is a property we're actually having come on the market. And so this is a property that's in Salt Lake proper up on Yale Avenue. This property will be a home that's actually over $1 million. And so this has some amazing views, amazing features. And I'm there actually with our designer stager. And these are some things that we look at to say, okay, what can we do different on this property to make it stand out, to differentiate it on the market? What are the things that we're going to be able to do to make it stand out from the other homes? If you look at homes on the market in general, here's some other before and afters of homes of actually where they were actually sat on the market for 6 months with other agents. We came in and said, look, we do something a little bit different to make it look better, feel better, smell better, and again, it makes it stand out. That's why our homes are selling within 99% of list price and within an average time frame of 22 days.
I like that you even said smell, because that is important when you're walking in and you're a buyer, all of those things. Okay, we have a couple seconds left. What does a buyer need to know?
A buyer needs to know this. #1, interest rates are historically low. If you're not taking advantage of it, they need to understand it's not just price, it's terms of the market. And when the terms of the market are this amazing, like they need to take advantage of it, right? The other thing is if you got really frustrated, I think they need to understand that there's a lot of good homes out there. People put new homes on, and like there are some really good properties, and people are doing things different now to be like, I know what I need to do now to make my home sell, and maybe they did those fix-up. It makes it look better, and now they've actually priced it at a point that makes sense.
George, I can see why he's your #1 agent. His enthusiasm is incredible, but that's what you do at your group.
It is what we do. I mean, you look at the number of homes that we sell, and it's not the number that matters, it's really the families in Utah that we're helping, we're assisting, and helping them live really the American dream of home ownership. And really, at the end of it all, it's leadership. It's having someone who can navigate through all these challenging moments, whether it be the marketing, the staging, the contracts, the negotiation, all of those different factors are the factors in getting a home sold in today's market.
Century 21 Everest Realty Group can do that for you, everybody. Their website right there on your screen. Go to our website and we will link you to all of their information. Several Utah locations too listed right there. C21everest.com. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Have you done your fall